Hey, I'm Jack Paul.
Yo, it's your boy Travis J.
It's Darren Isaacs.
Hey, this is DJ Hannibal in the mix.
Hey, Saw Nation. This is I.F.B.B. Pro, Neil Hamilton.
This is Kadar Clark.
Hey, what's up, you guys? It's your boy Nate from Nate Dates.
What's up, beautiful people? It's your boy Stack.
Family, how you doing? It's your boy Todd Marshall, your next generation leader and your musical entrepreneur.
This is Addis Hyler, founder of the Bahamian Icon Awards, and you're listening to
It's Your Time to Soar.
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 You're tuned into It's Your Time to Soar.
It's your time to soar.
It's your time.
Hello and welcome to It's Your Time to Soar. This is your first time tuning in. Know that we inspire, motivate, and impact. Soar Nation, welcome back. Today I have a special guest with us, Mr. Tarran Knowles, I.F.B.B. Elite. Listen, this gentleman has been on an amazing journey. He has a story to tell and some products to obviously share. Tarran Knowles, welcome.
Good to be here.
Yeah, man.
I'm what a podcasting.
Tell me something. Are you ready to take flight?
Very much so.
All right, sounds good to me. Tarran, for everyone out there tuning in on YouTube, IGTV, and on the podcast as well, can you share with them just a brief bio of who Tarran Knowles is?
Tarran Knowles is a single parent home son of a very loving mother, Kim Wannabe, who has dedicated her and sacrifices her success to make me who I am today. First and foremost, I acknowledge God for being the pioneer of my life.
Yes.
And to be honest with you, I think where my humbling beginnings come from, making me who I am, it's always based on a struggle.
Right.
And I feel it's like we had a conversation a bit more off air when I said that if you ain't doing nothing, like you ain't busy, something wrong. You
right.
know, I mean,
Exactly.
your idle time, your idle hands.
Exactly.
But if you can tell me that, man, everything ain't going right because I'm busy, that's good. Because that means you're doing something. You're
right.
trying to leave an impact.
Yes, definitely.
For me, growing up, like you say, in humble beginnings, coming from where I come from, people try to identify where they come from as being who they are in relations to probably coming from the hood, so I gotta be a bad boy.
Right.
That's not the case. Living in Nassau Village majority of my life, and I didn't allow my environment to make me who I am. I actually changed my environment around me. So that makes sense.
Right.
Currently right now, also a telecoms engineer. Everybody know I'm a professional personal trainer at Mark Fit 360.
Awesome.
I'm also one half of the proprietors of Motorbikes,
Right.
protein snack alternative company. I'm also 1/3 of a regional curbing company. It's seasonal.
Right.
It's actually decorative concrete that we do normally during the Christmas time, and people
Right.
like to spruce up their houses.
Right.
And I have a lot of other ventures that I'm doing. TK the brand is also that inspire, that motivate and encourage as well. And I carry a few knickknacks right now. I'm just pushing bonds, inspirational bonds, motivational bonds, and I'm actually, adorned with today. I'm definitely gonna leave you with one for sure. And I guess that's me in a nutshell. Everybody know my age. I can say it because I can say I lie, and but I'm single. I don't have any kids, and I don't want people to feel as if that's why I have all the time in my hand. I just haven't had that time to focus on that genre of my life.
All right, awesome. So I see that you have on the shirt #Chase19. What is that all about?
Okay, so all of this was derived in my 2019 year, which is we're in now. 2018, to be honest with you, wasn't the year of excellence.
Mm-hmm.
It was more of a year of struggles, failures, heartaches, checks, because people tend to get out of line.
Right.
So you got to get checked.
Right.
And I got checked a lot in 2018. That was a very competitive year for me in the I.F.B.B. Elite League.
Right.
And I felt that I deserved something, but that's the way I felt. But I didn't realize it was bigger than me.
Right.
You understand me? So when I stepped into the year 2019, and this was all aspects of my life, because coming from a background, and I respect you because you can understand what it takes, what a bodybuilder mind takes, and what you have to go through to hone in on what you want to do.
Definitely.
And that discipline brought me humility. That discipline brought me focus.
Right.
And that discipline created a chase.
Right.
January 1st, New Year's, I I don't really spend New Year's here anymore. That's a long story, but that 12 o'clock, January 1st, I realized that it's something I really, really wanted.
Right.
And in order to get what I really, really wanted, I had to divert from what else was going on in my life. I had to divert. I had to literally, cut off a few things.
Right.
And focusing on me really, really wanting this pro card, I literally had to put it down and say, I want it,
Right.
but I wanted it at a time. You understand
Right.
what I'm saying? So
Right.
the chase wasn't involving just that actual thing or the actual goal. The chase was involving everything around that goal. If that makes sense.
Journey. The journey.
Exactly. So
Right.
and that it was just so happens that I saying chase 2019 it too long.
Right.
So it's like chase 19.
Chase 19.
Hashtag chase 19. And it actually is on my IG page where I actually went in and I said chase 19 means more God, more family,
Right.
more respect, more humility, because in this, to be honest with you, in this career field that we're in, bodybuilding, apart from my telecoms engineer job, we tend to take on a persona where people feel some arrogance.
Right.
But the arrogance isn't developed from us just feeling this way, The arrogance, I can't even say the arrogance, the confidence
Right.
is developed from the work we put in.
Right.
And knowingly put in.
Right.
You understand me? It ain't
Right.
something that we don't know. We can actually acknowledge that we doing this work.
Right.
And that's what makes us carry this aura, this persona that gives off that, hey, we think we better than people. And honestly, we're not. But to be in that mindset
Right.
and to click
Right.
is something totally different. And not everybody can understand that. You know what I'm saying?
No.
And everybody feel as if, well, I'm a doctor, well, I'm a lawyer. That's fine. And we all have our own disciplines.
Right.
But it's what you carry out of your discipline and apply to other fields in your life. You can't
Right.
say as a doctor and bring them that doctor mentality and then you realize that you're still working.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You got to be able to switch that discipline off
Right.
and be able to direct it to every different environment.
Right. Every aspect.
Every aspect of life.
No, you're right about that. And something you said just now, and I've actually said it in my life as well, is that we often want things out of season.
Exactly.
And when I say out of season, it's coming. It's on the way, But we because we gotta realize, right? We're in the generation now. We're in the time where everything happens fast.
Exactly.
Everything happens fast.
Microwave.
Microwave. Right? Instant. So just like how you said, how you're a pro athlete or a doctor or lawyer, they would try to use these different concepts in other parts of their life. We often use the same internet this internet thing and try to apply it to everything in our life.
I'll give you a key example. As a telecoms engineer, I can't help that because I love that career as well.
Right.
It's also a passion, but in the IT environment, you have to tend to think on your feet.
Right.
You have to be able to solve.
Right.
You have to be able to solve. You
Right.
can't go without solving that issue because it daisy chains into so many other issues.
Right.
So you know that being in that environment, hurting your head, trying to solve, you take that same mentality, and I'll give an example. Just say a relationship, any relationship,
Right.
and a problem derives, right?
Right.
And that problem might have been set by you or that person, and you're trying to resolve that based on your troubleshooting skills.
Right.
Because you think that you could resolve that, but at some time and point in time, you got to realize and check yourself and be like, bro, I can't fix this. You understand me? And that's us pulling from whatever we doing,
Right.
to try to apply it to something else that ain't work.
Right.
Discipline isn't me saying I could be disciplined in this thing and not be disciplined in that. Discipline meaning that I can find myself humble in a
Right.
situation and check.
Right.
You understand me? Be
Right.
strong-minded to a certain extent. Don't be to a point where you have a reprobate mind.
Right.
Because at that point in time, we're changing that.
Right.
You got to be able to be influenced to influence.
Right.
You understand me? And that being said, a segue.
Right.
You remember, and I can remind you of the time when we was in Checkers, Michael. I was a skinny dude. You was doing your regimen for your particular show that you had going on.
Right.
And you was talking to the lady, and she's like, 12 white egg whites. You remember this?
Right.
This right in Checkers. And I said, bro, this nigga would eat 12 egg whites. And I was so hypocritical to that
Right.
until I became a part of that world. And And I was like, bro, that 12 egg whites make sense. You know, like, yeah. So that's an example to say, man, you can call it necktie, you can call or find somebody hypocritical in a situation you don't even understand.
Right. See, and guess what? And the thing about it, we actually do that all the time. I don't know why. It's something that you do. That's why you should never judge it. You should never judge anybody.
No,
you shouldn't judge. You shouldn't judge.
Next thing this morning when I was walking up the hill from RBC, a young lady who comes to my class or trains at Markfit, she knows me to be at Markfit.
Right.
Body type, this dude is a personal trainer, this what he's do.
Right.
RBC professional walking up the hill, you know.
Right.
You was working at RBC. Like, you surprised. Like, why are you surprised? Like, you know what I mean? You don't mind the look of a person. I ain't saying I'm the smartest, but I know myself.
That's the next thing too. People like to put you in the box. People like to put you in a box.
I'm telling you, like, she's like surprised. You was working at RBC? I said, yeah, they working at, you work at IT? What's the big deal? I've been to school. You know what I mean? I've been to school. I studied for personal training. I studied for IT networking. So it's all one in the whole. You know, you can study to show yourself approve.
Exactly.
But it makes sense. If I want to be a doctor, I can never say I can put on a white jacket. As a doctor,
no,
I gotta put in the work.
Put in the work all the time. Put in the work.
I gotta put in the work always.
People don't understand, and you know, even being a pro athlete, as I said just now, you just don't stumble and be a pro athlete. Oh, how did I get here? No, you know exactly when you get there. You know exactly how you get there. Every early morning, every time you didn't feel like getting out that bed, every time when you felt like your body was shutting down, but you said you pushing through. It felt like every piece of hair on your body feel like you ever been waking up so serious until you had almost feel like you had a out of body experience, like you ain't feel like your foot on the ground, and you feel like you floating like slightly above yourself.
You know the body. Hey, and that's true to be said, and that's something that people can't understand. Like I have a certain circle of friends, all Mexican, all of them one little next about them, right?
Right.
But at the same token, if they can't understand that this is what I do, then they just can't understand, and that for me is. That is a check for me too, because at the end of the day, I need people to push me too,
right?
Because man, it can't be every weekend we got me here in the party. I don't like alcohol, bro. I don't like to drink. That ain't my style.
Right.
And this ain't even nothing to do with no healthy tip, you know.
Right.
That just ain't my thing.
Right.
Partying ain't my thing. Boy, you need to say it. You should still go and have fun and look for people. That ain't my thing. And if that ain't my thing, I don't force things on me.
No.
You understand? And this particular discipline that I'm in, bodybuilding, man physique, or whatever it is to say, helps me to hone in on who I want to be. I literally was an introvert. I was non-social. I was antisocial, huge. I was an anti-socialist at the least. I didn't like people.
Right.
I used to tell me, boy, I don't like people. I was only job for 14 years. Right?
Right.
But I don't like people, and that's only based on the me being naive. Letting my guard down to getting to know the world.
Right.
I was saying, man, I like nobody, but I find myself when I got into bodybuilding, and you number one, you walking on stage, you barely clothed.
Right.
You barely got on clothes. So at that point in time, that's already a harsh vulnerability.
Right.
You understand me? And that's where I found my niche as to say, well, this is how I can show myself to the world and still feel comfortable doing it.
All right.
You know, so that took me out of my shell. It helped me with my speech. It helped me with my involvement. It helped me to grow as a person.
Right.
The development, to be sociable, to find people who are the same likes, and can be able to have a conversation where you feel it was worthwhile.
Right.
You understand? So at the end of the day, is what you doing it for. Like, don't do it to do it.
Right.
Don't come to me and say, but I won't be a bodybuilder because I think it's fun.
No.
Bro, it ain't fun.
Wrong approach.
It ain't fun. You know, and then if you come into that mindset, that means that you're really gonna go set yourself up to lose.
To fail.
I know loser.
You're gonna fail.
Yeah.
That's your mind. Trust me. Because the hard days coming.
Yo, you know when I get my biggest check, my first competition 2014 at Shirley Street Theater, and my boy who helped me, Kenny Marty, you know, he was a real pioneer for man physique for sure.
Right.
And he said, boy, I can look at you, but you could told it this competition, like, right. And I was like, and he humbled to see, because his body to everybody else, body's like, boy, I got to get this kind of, you You know what I'm saying? I gotta be open-handed.
Right.
And going up then, actually taking that L,
Right.
motivate me not to get another L again.
Mm-hmm.
You understand me? If it's 5 of us and they come forward, they feel better.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? But to get that fire underneath you, that's where my passion was driven from too. That to know that by losing don't feel good. You know?
Yeah.
And what I put in was half, I won't say it, but it was half to what should have been done.
Right.
And I realized that by losing, the medal that I received wasn't fulfilling. It didn't do nothing for me because even in the mindset that we teach our kids where, I mean, we ain't get first, we get this fourth or this fifth ribbon, but in the scope of things, only for us.
Right.
So you mean you giving me an accomplished ribbon? You still got to teach your child at the end of the day.
Right.
You got to go harder the next time. You know, don't make them comfortable, but let's go get some ice cream and let's celebrate this.
No.
Because that ain't the mind. Because you teaching failure.
Exactly.
And that's sad to say. And people get mad at me if they want. Yeah, that celebratory ribbon or that runner-up ribbon.
Right.
That don't go well with me. So I can teach my child a different mindset, but I teach myself it.
Exactly.
I'm second, I'm third. If there's only 3 people now, I beat people, and I feel accomplished with the second, and but I still ain't complete.
Right.
That's still a void.
Exactly.
So that being said, 2014 was when I really started to get involved with man physique, and that was the only time I wanted to do it because other than that, bodybuilding used to be a jockey, and I wasn't about that jockey life.
Right. Yeah. That's a different type of.
So we have board shorts, and I was like, hey, I can do this, and it became more of a drive for me because I was doing everything else. It wasn't making no sense. No positivity was to it.
Right.
Everybody can find it, and that's what I want to push as well.
Right.
I try to, me and a few of my friends, gentlemen friends, are trying to start a group.
Right.
Just 4 or 5 of us, and we're going to speak on topics to young men. That is, it's a development not based on the government or the public. It's a development based on self.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You'll find that something that is simple as if you can make jewelry, don't make David Drummond feel that their jewelry is more than your jewelry.
Right.
You understand me?
Exactly.
You work.
Right.
You work. And some people say, man, the curriculum, everybody can pass it. Yo, the curriculum being set up in the school system for everybody to pass it.
Yeah.
Because that ain't my skill.
Right. That's different. That's a whole different conversation.
In that regard, that's like right now, and the mentality or the person who I am now, based on who I was, is totally different, and people can't get that because they still based on a Toronto. Yesterday, just Toronto now. I tell anybody, people would be like, man, you need to set plans and set goals. I do, but I still live in it now.
Right.
Like I hear now.
Right.
Like what we can do now.
Right.
What we doing now. This
now,
to me is development.
Because right now it's all you have.
We just spoke, we spoke on that too. So
Right.
I don't want to bring it up, but it's these are things that we have to look at now. We have to cherish the time that we have now. There's a song with Rick Ross named Gold Roses. Celebrate now. They give them their roses now.
Have to.
And people don't understand that. Anyway, but yeah, that's a little bit of my history. 2014, okay, 2015, I came back after taking that L. I did very well. I won in Freeport. I won my category in Nassau. But the route I took, I think, was the detriment of myself, being uneducated, just wanting to win. So I was taking risks with my body. I did extensive diets.
Right.
I did supplementation, where some others would think that it's a lot of strain on the body. And I found out the hard way. And this is when I realized that success is a lonely road. When I took after winning the competition in 2015, I was out of competition from 2016, 2017. Never got a diagnosis for the situation that I was dealing with. I traveled to Cleveland Clinic and Princess Margaret doctors on numerous occasions. Me and my physician currently are besties. Like, Fat Dr. Fat Victoria's besties. I have a therapist. I know it's a funny, fancy name. She get mad at me, but she's my therapist. Her name is Dr. Tia Wilson. And these are the people who, and I also say, make sure you got a circle. Make sure you got a circle that's so strong that if there's only 2, it bind it. And I think that these are the people that assisted me and made me feel more that there was more to life.
Right.
Even during my therapy times, and it wasn't. People always take therapy to be psychological.
Right.
But even the doctor visit and seeing your numbers becoming healthy, that's psychological.
Right.
You telling me something placebo-wise, because especially coming from somebody you know, you can trust that.
Right.
You understand me? So that makes the body funny. The body works off of words. The body works off of emotions.
Oh yeah.
You understand what I said?
Definitely.
So
important.
exactly. So that's what helped along the way with my treatment coming back. I saw like 6 specialists. I saw like a neurologist. I had a cardiologist. I was checked for rhabdo. I had another physician over at Cleveland Clinic who sit me down cold inside the office. 2017. This was August, the same month, 2017. And he told me, let me straighten my eyes, and he set me up. And he looked at the charts, and he said, to be honest with you, you'll never be able to compete again. Because the irreparable damage you did to your muscles during the time you spent, how much competition, a short window, that you allowed the muscle to secrete this enzyme that got into my bloodstream. So I was suffering from heart palpitations, I had muscle fasciculations, I had brain tremors in my head. Like I had the works, bro. I was to a point where I couldn't get out of bed, and sometimes I was so weak. It would really check me was when I was to work and I'd laugh at the desk whilst I was doing my IT job.
Right.
And if it wasn't for my supervisor who was in the office at the same time, I had a keyboard must come get me up and rush me to the ER. So it's things like that, but I had always flash back on and know that I was that close to being at that edge.
Right.
To bring me back to who I am today. People need to understand these are things that make us stronger. Unfortunately, some people got to get checked like that.
Right.
You can avoid it, but that's the way apparently we learn.
Right.
Unfortunately, to say that 2017, I bought a crying. I said, man, I was crying. You know, if you don't cry, wait too bad. Me, I was crying. Like,
Yeah.
later on, like certain things get to me.
Yeah, that's
like
all
after this day,
real men cry. Okay?
after this day, I can still think about my 2 grandparents, and I can ball a cry. Because I felt as if I had unfinished business with them. You understand what I'm saying? So crying for me easy.
Right.
You know, especially when I put out my all into it.
Right.
And he tell me that's so cold, like he tell me that's so cold hearted. He was like I thought to tell people this every day. You know, like,
Right. No,
let's cheer up.
Yeah.
I could tell a grown man who I'm passionate for, driven for something that he really, really loves, just chill,
Right.
be okay. Needless to say, segue 2017 nationals come up. I still take a chance because someone came to me, Joe, stop the president of the federation currently right now. Say, if you love it, let it kill you. Bro, that's the most profound, dumbest thing I ever heard in my life. So like, what? Like, I keep on repeating it nicely, but I love it. And I had the conversation, like the big man conversation. I said,
Right.
God, if it's for me, let it be. If this is the way I have to meet you, then I also willing to take that chance too.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, bad to it.
Right.
You understand what I said? Yeah, but at that point in time, my mother, no one was going with it. No one wanted to say, well, hey, look, this is a good idea. No one was willing to drop their guard. Everybody told me it's dumb and it was stupid. I still did it. I did nationals. I won my category. I only won in the category. So, but it just gave me motivation. Made the CAC team again. But it never came true. I think it was an earthquake or something. But God's so awesome. I had a picture from my 2017 nationals. My friend, who was gonna be nameless because she's been mean to me, sent my picture over to my current coach, Lolita, Body by Lolita, PBL Fitness right in Pembroke Pines. And this lady don't know me from like Income. And she was like, man, we have a show coming up in October 2017, bottom part, and they want you to represent my team.
Wow.
And she based it on a solo picture, bro. Not 2, not 3, not 4. She just said, bro, you have a lot of potential. Like, no, that's raw potential. Like, that's something that we can hone in on and get to the right spot. And I trust them. I came in, I did my thing. First international show in the United States. I did 4 categories. I came second in all 4. And I talked about the crowd, the stage so crowded, you could barely be seen. So you know it's crazy. That's my night, like, bro, and you know it's so humbling. You're on the backstage with these dudes, right? And these dudes, you know what they on.
Right.
You trying to stay 100% out. These dudes looking at you like, bro, you look good. Like, you look good, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that was type of the camaraderie that I appreciate.
Right.
That I could still know that I gotta cut your hip, or you gonna cut my hip, but I could still acknowledge that you at this point where you can look better than me, or you just look good.
Right.
You know, and he know malice, he know, I like that, or you know what I mean?
Right.
And that's the point that I came to, and after coming second, it was it. That was it for me. I went on a vacation, Las Vegas, LA. I came back home 2018. I took it by storm. I did about 7 shows. My first show was in Colombia. I got a gold for the Bahamas.
Awesome.
Yeah. DR, I got like 4th place. Everything was top 4. I never dropped no lower than top 4 for the whole of 2018. And I keep on saying, people keep on coming to me, man, yeah, but you deserve that. Oh yeah, but he was this close. Man, they cheat you, and then I started believing that part of the story. Going, yeah, but I think they get cheap. But then if I get cheap, then I should have get my car. See how these things go. So it's something. Yeah, but you know, you're going up against the judges, and you're going up against the people who are more people in the judges panel. But no, but if you look good, you look good.
Right.
I don't care who you is.
Right.
You understand me? This for you, you can't miss.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I did that, and I keep on pushing. I got a silver in Montreal. I got another 3rd place in Cancun. I traveled. That again within itself is an exposure.
Right.
Because somebody's travels was in with nobody.
Right.
That was unbelievable. Because at that point in time, you know your body can't really take on the travel by yourself.
Right.
Toting your food by yourself. But again, another check.
Right.
You know, that I can do these things. So I started to strengthen not only my body, my mind.
Right.
So it was more like, it was more of a weight training for the mind.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So people talk about being fit. I can look fit as much as I want, because I'm mentally stable. So
that's the next thing altogether. Trust me.
So I even have a hashtag fit mind on my page as well. And these are the things that I just write down so I wouldn't forget. Because people think that some of the times you're trying to motivate others, but you're just trying to keep yourself in the trenches.
Right.
People just tend to benefit off of it,
Exactly.
which is fine. So I come back 2019, we here now, Chase. A lot of things happened in 2018 for me, personally and with the bodybuilding situation. I lost a lot of people, I gained certain people, and that's when in itself I had to understand that cycle too.
Right.
It ain't a vicious cycle, it's a cycle nonetheless. These things have to happen in order to make you stronger.
Right, right.
You understand? So
absolutely right.
These things became more or less not even personal no more. They became understandable. They became accepted. Because we tend not to accept things.
Right.
If somebody don't like you, bro, that don't mean you ain't supposed to like them. You understand what I said? Right. Everybody you don't like me, I like you. Everybody don't support me, I can support you. Because I'm that type of person. Right. I'm that type of person. And I learned not to be that type of person. I thought I'd probably be that type of person, but I'm that person today.
Yeah.
And
I tell people, let me cut you off right now, because I tell people all the time, all of us one day get an answer for what we did or didn't do.
Yeah.
So like you said, you know, you can't mind how people treat you. You make sure
exactly
you cover bases on your side.
2019 I did my first show in Montreal, pro qualifier. My first show, bro.
Right.
2019.
Right.
Not my second, not my third. My first pro show. And as I was training and getting prepared, Mark Fit, I trained strictly through Mark Fit. And I get my diets and I stay strict to my diet, and people are getting a call when we go in this place and I would deny it, and I say, wait, I can't go. My body ain't in that position to go nowhere. I'm mentally there, I don't want to go. Oh, but you need to come, mom, you know, and so you know, I can't say I miss out on a lot of things. I rejected a lot of things. Because missing out means that I missed something when I really didn't.
Right.
Right? So, first show Montreal Pro. I went there by myself. I met my brother who drove 2 hours away from Montreal, from Toronto to Montreal. It took 5 hours just to see me. I see this dude 3 years. My cousin who went to live in Brampton, I think it's like an hour from Toronto. She came down to the Montreal. All us meet up. And it was so funny that when they came, it was like a different feeling, because I see them in so long, and our conversation was endless, and we just talked. And I, normally don't have energy going into a competition to that extent where you feel it different. It doesn't all feel it. I say, wait, I question myself. I water depleting, but I still feel like I can squeeze the hell out of this body when I get on stage. You know what I mean?
Right.
And my brother there and everybody there, like him and her there, and bro, it was just like a different feeling. And even with that being said, when I was practicing my last week, I have a homeboy named Ashton, and this nigga cold, but he said, wait, you know what the funny part about all this is, bro? I tired of seeing you competing in these amateur show, because when you have a pro body doing an amateur gig, bro. I said, but that's so. I should like eat my brain, because I was like, what the hell is nigga talking about? He's like, with a rod, like your body don't scream amateur, bro. Like, you understand what he's saying? Like, to me, you's a pro. Right. Now all you gotta do is go to Montreal, come back with the pro card, and I seal the deal. Like, that's done. That's A1. You be good. Montreal pro, I going there, humble as ever. The air felt different. The competition felt different. I walked on stage, I saw my competitors, and one thing I never did was compare myself to other people. I always look at my package and I always compare myself to my last show. Right. Last show I broke whatever package I got on the water, so I was like, bro, I coming in with a fire. Cool. Yeah, you know, I go on stage, I show the judges what I get. I got a few critiques coming out of the crowd, like people coming out of the crowd to come see me, like, yo, like, you understand me? And then I don't want to get gassed up because you don't know which way you can go. Right. But I was like, yeah, I appreciate it and all that. This is a pre-judging. Come back to the finals. This is the weirdest finals I have had in my life, because normally, you know, it's only one round, so we show whatever your routine, whatever your turns are, your quarter turns, with everybody on the stage. We had to do that 4 times. What? The head judge come on the mic and she said, we apologize, but this is a very difficult category to judge right now. Right? Right. So she looking down to her left, her to the next judge, who trying to make a decision. And he look at her like not to put me in it, like not to involve me, right? Right. Because it's something to be something that you doing. Right. Right? Because she's the head judge. Right. She get all the numbers come back, and she look at it and she's like, you know, and she's like, so let's go again, we do our turns again. And like, but at one point I was fatigued, I was sweating, I was like, bro, you know, I gotta make a decision. Yeah, so they, because you need water. So I was like, man, that's what we doing. You know, and she finally come on the mic and she said, okay, we make a decision. So ironically, they gave me silver and they gave another dude from Canada gold. But the lady, when they came up, I was walking off because I had the silver medal, and she said, don't walk off. The only reason why you can't get gold is we can't get 2 golds. Cold. That's the only reason. And in Canada. Right. So there I go, of course, nigga, you know, he get the gold. But yo, when they break down, is when I saw them take the 2 cards up. Because normally be 1 card. Right. And the head judge come and bring rights. And the other judge from Belgium came and bring the other dude on. Right. And rested in front of us. And to be honest, you can laugh when they get that. Everything, the pictures on IG, man. I have no good picture though. No good picture. You can, like I said, it's crack. Right. But I never had no water, so I was ugly on stage. I was ugly. Right. The crowd was captivated, and I was so unconscious of what was going on around me. Right. Because in that moment, I felt that was just me and God. Right. Like I legit started looking up and doing this, and people looking at me like, and what this boy doing? I raise my hand, I point, I do this. I almost go on my knees, like, and people understand, but people who get it so easy can't understand my feeling. You know what I'm saying? I fight for this for 7 competitions in 2018. None. Got a gold, making me feel as if the beginning of 2018, yeah, this way you get this card. Never come to fruition. 1 show, this same year, 1 show, June 9th. Right. I remember it like yesterday. Wow. 1 show. I get my pro card. Like 1 show. And in the same year, 2 months, a month and 3 weeks later, I was able to do my first pro show and get a check. Awesome. Now they dropping a check in front of me. Like, and at that point in time, I still couldn't wrap my brain around being a pro, because I don't know, should I take another change or another route as it relates to being a pro? But as I was an amateur, now it says no. Still the same Tarran. You understand me? Still hungry. You understand me? Still fighting. Still don't feel the need to slow down. Still don't feel as if I make it. I make nothing, bro.
In the trenches.
Still in the trenches. Still in the I
Change
still go to the
is
gym.
on.
Still wake up in the morning and do my God. What you know God for? Let me show you something. If you was a true professional and what your craft is,
Right.
there's no way that you should call whatever break or off season. Because what you're telling yourself is you allowing yourself to do whatever you want to do.
Right.
To damage what you already create.
Right.
Off season to me means take time to hone in on my craft.
Right.
To make myself better.
Right.
To put myself in a position to be marketable, to be seen by somebody else other than the federation to say, well, hey, I want you to represent my brand.
Right.
See, you got to think out the box, bro. I
Yeah,
can't be
always.
walking around, but
Right.
you compete. Yeah. True for true. Hey, you got the for true is in the high pitch, like for
Right.
true. Like, I didn't really believe that. You know, and it's,
Right.
it's man physique. This ain't even bodybuilding where you have a dude who might go on stage 190, off season 250.
Right.
It's man physique, man. You
Right.
gotta keep a stature or some sort of silhouette to show
Right.
that I have a figure.
Right.
You understand that people ain't thinking like that.
No.
People ain't thinking like that. Because that's dumb, dog. I also I can eat whatever I want. Why? Because my passion don't show me what to do.
Right.
I show my passion what to do.
Oh.
You understand what I said? So like people, you still carrying this big lunch bag? Yeah, buy meal prep. Love buy meal prep, bro. You
Yeah.
want some Wendy's? Why good? Now every once in a while, if I feel the need, it ain't gonna be Wendy's.
Right.
You understand what they saying? But at the same token, but that's the mentality you have to have in every spectrum of your life. Like what is the off season to your life, bro? That's the time when you take slack to do what you want to do and feel as if it will work. You can't do that.
No.
And that's real life. So why you could apply that to something which you have such a zeal for, which you have
Right.
such a love for.
Yeah.
You disrespecting yourself,
Which is fighting for. Which
bro. And I guarantee you, at the mentality that I'm at, I'm gonna hold start to being a pro in a different spectrum so that everybody can see and know around me just play different. And not different because he want to be different, you know. Different because this is who he is. Because you see some people just be like, oh, I ain't that way doing this, I can do that. It ain't so, you know. Because you can still do it that way, you just do it a different way.
right.
Make yourself something, you know, by
Right.
marketing. Like someone tell me, say, when you do an interview,
Yeah.
the company ain't hiring you. You hiring the company because they working for you at that point. Because you making them their money. Understand me?
Exactly.
But people don't take that mentality.
Yo.
Understand what I'm saying? Why my boss gotta be my boss?
Right.
I can be my boss too.
Mhm.
You know, I feel a need to be better than you.
Right.
I know. You know what I mean? And I learned that through different people and being a part of different organizations and learning their movements
Right.
and trying to adapt to make myself a better person.
Yeah.
I don't know nobody for nothing. Like, you know, I'm a part of a fraternity. Cap officer at my fraternity. That's what I'm born and raised. You know, that's my blood. You know what I mean?
Right.
Crimson is cream. Crimson and cream is what I bleed, yo. And that within itself, they men with all different types of personalities, but they still men.
Right.
You understand me? And once you united and they understand that they could be that's a support, but everybody got their own little thing going on too.
Right.
So that's the point you got to check yourself and be like, hey, to run it up, be just in, it ain't you, be just be them.
Right.
That's all it is. Modern bites and all.
Yeah. Can we talk about
I've
bites?
Yeah, I've been sitting on this idea for 2 years.
Yeah.
2 years because I felt as if I couldn't do it.
Why? Why do you think you felt that way?
I felt that way because I didn't have the backing. I didn't take the time to flesh out exactly what I wanted it to be. And it actually came to fruition again, but me sitting down in 2019 and making everything about the chase. You know, and coming to the right person who I went out and seek for myself. She was a good pedestal of getting it done. Culinary chef, awesome background, awesome friends. My friend today.
Right.
And then I put on someone else on the team who's a pharmacist, also a friend of mine. And she came up with good ideas, but this was only based on my previous development of what I already had. So it was an additive to my recipe.
Right.
The recipe was already there.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? And you need people like that, man. You know, because if you don't have people like them in your life, you don't never jump.
No.
You gotta get pushed. somebody gotta push you on the bleach.
Trust me. You need that. That's the only way. Need that person.
I've been sitting down and thinking about the name. I wanted it to be indigenous to my country. 242 is what I represent.
Right.
It's me. This is who I am. You know. So you know, we always say mother sick, so I say, why not mother bites? You know. And ever since then, it's catched on. It's been 3 months now, going on 4, and we moving strong on protein alternative snack. We carry 4 different pieces of products right now. We have keto cereal for all those keto friendly people out there with the hype and the fad.
Right.
I would that. Well, if you don't want it, I selling it. You know what I mean? We have protein snack cookies. Every cookie has 4 grams of protein inside them, or 3.1 in certain cookies. We have 4 flavors. We have plain. We have raisin. We have dark chocolate and white chocolate, and they're all flaxseed and oatmeal based.
Right.
And if you know the history behind flax seeds, you know they're about fire or cleaning up. So you take a holistic approach and a more healthy approach to making sure you get your snack with the taste, but not with the added negatives.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, everybody happy. We also have bites. I told you about those. Those are non-baked. Those are non-compromised ingredients, all raw.
Right.
We have 4 flavors in those. I have dark chocolate. I have cranberry almond, and I have peanut butter walnut. Just even the flavor will let you know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was definitely solid.
No sugar.
Right.
We use not even a substitute, but it's a base honey, all natural.
Right.
It isn't too much. You don't taste on the day, boy, the sweet, so just give me all this care. You can know. You can know, but you could be like, want to say, this tastes too good, so I good with it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, and then we have the 4th flavor, cocoa bean. That's for all the people, the vegetarian people out there who can't, or the people with allergies.
Right.
Allergies to butter base.
Right.
That's for them. That actually is a black bean base protein snack.
Wow.
Yeah, it carries a punch, different
That's
taste.
really good.
Yeah, you know, for all the people who like that little plant base, and they all about the herbs.
Right.
So, you know, and you try it, and that's my point. Like, everybody in the same.
Right.
So how could you carry a product, directed towards one genre of people? You understand? You gotta be multi.
Right.
You got this the world we live in now.
Right.
You understand me? And you don't have to accept it, but you gotta pay attention to it.
Right. Definitely. You gotta get paid attention
Yeah,
to
you
it.
got to. You know, you don't want it to consume you.
No.
You understand me? So, like, butter bites is another one. It's like, I literally, when we have meetings in the company, I just get mad because you weren't doing this thing properly.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, all in all, everything just, like, for me, come to head. The same based on me doing this because I see somebody else doing it. There's things that I literally have an involvement in.
Right.
You know what I mean? I literally love training. I love pushing my classes at MarkFit.
Right.
People can tell you mine about the monetary gain. So, though you know, working in an establishment, it's a business. So you respect the business, but I represent the actual mentality of who I am.
Right.
You understand me? I want you to catch on, to be inspired, like you would say.
Right.
You understand me? And to understand that, hey, at the end of the day, I ain't trying to take nothing out of my mouth.
Right.
If anything, I'm trying to put something in your mind.
Exactly.
You see, they say, that's literally chase, yo.
I get you. So, alright, so on that note, can you tell Soul Nation, tell our listening audience, those on YouTube and also on IGTV, can you let them know, what inspires you, what motivates you, and what impact you want to leave?
Positive role models inspire me. Not your people in the public. Ergo Jay-Z, ergo Obama. No, not those examples. We're talking about public to a point where you know that person. You know what I'm saying? It's small. Like, I can come up to you and you can say something that inspires me. People on a day-to-day basis who I have an interaction with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It can always be public, and it can always be a deception of what you've seen on TV.
Right.
So you can't take that for everything you see there.
No.
But everything I can see in front of me.
Right.
You understand me? I can have a talk and understand what that person's saying.
Right.
And be able to be open to that. And that's our problem, being open and being so sheltered.
Right.
And I gain these things from exposure.
Right.
Being around different ethnicities. Understand me? Listen to them talk and listen to their struggles.
Right.
Because all phrase, don't let a Bahamian talk about his struggle, because nobody else struggle. You see, and that's naive. That's hypocritical. You understand? That's ignorance.
Right.
So that's for me, and different people who I come in contact with every day is my inspiration. My mom definitely is my inspiration, and the Word of God is my inspiration. My church, Life Worship Center, Life Worship Ministries, Denzel Roll is my pastor. That man inspires. The things that he says, the things that he does, the way he lives, and that's a true man of God. You live by example.
Exactly.
I need to know that at the end of the day that whatever you doing is cool. You understand?
Right.
So and you live in that life, whereas I ain't stepping on the boundaries of what I'm preaching on the pulpit.
Right.
So pulpit is a powerful thing, eh?
Right.
People tend to gravitate to people who stand down the pulpit and say,
It's a platform. Right.
Bodybuilding is a platform.
It's a platform.
What you're doing right here, podcast, is a platform.
Yes.
You understand what I'm saying? Because you're reaching people.
Yes.
And you have people out there who need this.
Yes.
You understand? They need this, bro. They need to know that they don't want to be laying on negativity to the world.
No.
So that's my inspiration now. Like everyday people. Like that's me. What was the other one? After inspire is
what
motivates?
Motivates you?
The idea of failing. That motivates me. It sounds weird, but in a way I like to fail. Because now by me failing I'm able to jot down what I did and put it to remembrance not to do it again.
Right.
You know, it's more of a hit and miss, it's more of a testing environment.
Right.
9 times out of 10 you don't want to fail, but by failing people tend to think that they can't do it.
Yeah.
But by failing I look at it in a different way. That means it's just taking me a longer time to get it done.
Yeah. That's all it is.
So that's my motivation. My motivation is failure. My motivation is knowing that other people depend on me. Knowing that I got a lot of people depending on me. And I got a lot of people watching me, whether they like to watch me or not.
Right.
Something profound on Instagram, especially Instagram and social media. Unfortunately, that's the world we're in right now.
Right.
And the fact of the matter is, people follow you because they hate you to know what you're doing. You understand me? But they wouldn't unfollow you because they won't watch what
They
you
will see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You understand what they said? So
every moment.
yeah, you know, you hate me, but you watching me. You
Yeah.
understand? So at the end of the day, you could hate me, you could dislike me. You know, I dislike myself sometimes, but at the end of the day, I know I'm reaching somebody out there. And if it's only one, you know,
Someone needs it.
yeah, I need 10, 15.
Right.
Some people who always want 100. You know, it ain't about that. I don't do it for club. I don't do it for fame.
Right.
That's a song. I don't do it for that. I don't have 1 billion followers. I must have like 500, 600 followers. And it ain't about that. They strong though. It's strong. The unity's strong, you know. And that's what motivates me. Like seeing the success of others is motivating me too. I love to see other people succeed.
Yeah.
Like when other friends get they pro cards, or I see what they doing on Instagram and they push it. I just do something to me. I celebrate that.
Boy, I was so happy when you told me that at the gas station, you know, because you had Jimmy, you had
Eric, you got Lauren, you got Maureen, you got Jamie, you got Keisha.
I was so excited.
Yeah,
it's
a
like,
lot of people in two people in Freeport, and anything else, Tommy, and another one, and then I just had one of my homeboys, Rashid, Cortez and classical and man's classic physique.
Yeah.
So by the opportunity out there, like what you would do now, don't squander it, because now you have an opportunity to represent your country.
Yeah.
And then it's big, because people watching you even more now.
Yeah.
Like what you do.
Yeah.
Who's a representation of us? Not even you. Like you represent like what you doing. Like you know, so it's even bigger now. The pressure is even more. The pressure is crushing big diamonds.
Oh yeah, yeah. And I told somebody today as well, and it makes all of us too.
Yeah, exactly.
Same pressure.
Same pressure.
Same pressure.
And I tell you, I ain't special. I don't consider myself no better than nobody else. I have a young man who's getting ready for, the Nationals coming up on August 31st.
Right.
And he side note me and say, man, he want me to help him, and man, he can give me this amount of money and this amount of money. So, it ain't about that. Like, come, let me see what you understand me. Let me see where your mind is. Let me see if I can actually teach you differently from what you think it is.
Right.
Because you could come into this league thinking, like I said, oh, but I just doing this because they have a good body.
Right.
It ain't about that. It's more than that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, once you walk away from this understanding of what we go through as professional athletes,
right.
understand? You know that that's on the amateur scale. Just because you're an amateur, that's professional. I know better than you.
Right.
You gotta do the same thing. Just go to the fistful the same way.
Right.
You know, it's not human, same way.
Right.
So that was big to me in itself. Man. He's a good friend now, and he getting ready for nationals, and I think that he's gonna do very well. Even if he don't win, I think he's gonna do very well. And I think that his achievement is gonna propel him, and they getting more involved and finding out if this is real passion.
Definitely.
That's up to him. I can't guide you in that.
No, we're right. Right.
That's what motivates me. Just doing good at this season of my life. I didn't do bad, man.
Yeah.
I'm perfect.
No.
I didn't do enough bad. You know what I'm saying? So
all we are able to do is our best.
exactly.
Once you left it on, once you know you did all that you possibly could,
All on the table. Like I have no
you
regrets.
can't expect more than that.
No regrets.
Once you left everything on the table, you can't expect more than
No
that.
regrets. I found I had to find a way to love again. So that one in itself for me would tell you
Right.
that the history that I can sit down and talk about. Notice how I point out no negative parts of my life. You know, I just gives you aspects of what made me who I am.
Right.
I didn't say by me having the failure in 2015 and 2016, 2017 was a negative impact. I said that the fuel fire.
Right.
You understand me?
Right.
Everything is a positive, negative is a
Definitely.
positive. And then
This working out for you good.
switch your mind.
Paradigm shift. That's what all of us need from time to time to have a paradigm shift. But what impact do you see yourself leaving?
So funny that you would say that. I always say this, I repeat. The whole pole marker, Cap Alpha side. And when he said, this is battles, he said the most profound thing when they sat on a meeting. And I looked him right in his eye, looked at everybody in the eye, and he said, what I want you guys to do is to leave a legacy and build a future. So even in you doing whatever you're doing now, make it so profound that you leave a footprint on your life. You understand me? It's an impact within itself. A legacy is a big deal.
Yeah.
People who understand, like Hall of Fame is a big deal.
Right.
Because you have a shrine built in your honor to represent your work.
Right.
That's a legacy within itself. Finland, that's a legacy.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
After this day 2019, we still calling them our name.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I intend to take it. I intend to take it that same route, bro. Bodybuilding, that's my niche. Inspiring is my niche. I want at the end of the day, if I die, whatever negativity was revolving my name or circulating with my name, I want that one positive.
Awesome.
I want that legacy, and I want that to propel, even if it's one person, to build a different future.
Yeah.
The future is very important. The mindset of the DBS and the young people in this country, is bad. Because if you could see your body as your self-worth as nothing, to put yourself in a position to hurt, because you're hurting yourself in a way. The numbers are astronomical when it comes to diseases and you understand it.
Right.
You know the rampage and things, but you still have a mentality. And unfortunately, I get hit on it. The hot girl summer and the hot boy summer, bro. But then if you even taking on that thing that you see, like everything we see, we do, and you know what I'm saying. And to me, bro, you gotta have your own identity.
Yeah.
Like you gotta find yourself. Like
Yeah, you have to. Self-awareness.
Self-worth is important, because if you're willing to go the route that you see, or you find your friend doing and you think is okay, you gotta check yourself.
Right.
That, and the young people don't care.
Yeah.
Like us growing up and me going back, if I go inside the village, and the dudes who on the streets now, the young boys, they don't respect. They don't respect the OGs, dog. And that's just real. And I don't know where that habit come from. Well, the brought up brought us to a point where we don't have respect. It's a serious thing. Respect is a serious thing, though, and that's in every aspect. Right? You could be younger than me, and I could say, and then it ain't even based on manners, because I think manners is a slavery thing. But I can still have respect for you in a certain way that you feel as if I'm being condescending.
Right.
Because I know better than you.
Right.
So that one in itself that's what I want to do by that age. Like I held bent on making that a priority in my life, being able to coach, being able to tell somebody else about my journey, and to let them understand that, hey, even though I may not be in your shoes, I can't tell you what exactly to do.
Right.
Hey, this is the route I took, and see if you could apply it or sprinkle it at any point in your life where you feel as if you could reroute and redirect what you need to do to get it done. Like, that's that legacy thing. Like, I walked through the airport coming from my competitions, and I look at a wall of like Sabatina and all the pictures and things, and I feel like, bro, I want my bitch up there. You know what I mean? I want my bitch up there. Though. Like, this sport's all of me. Like, for me, that's humbling. Even to do what I think is a Knowles for boating. Yeah. I think that's my cousin. I still like, wait, yeah, becoming like, and that's the thing you got to tip, but you got to be able to coach yourself.
Right.
You understand me? In all things, you give thanks, but in all things, you got to realize, how can you say self-awareness? But know your work. Don't let nobody sell you short. No. That's real. That's on everything. Right. You understand me? But if you can know the word of who you are as a person and who you mean to others, right, you would never count yourself short. Never. Like, never. You walk up with yourself, set your height, like your chest hold up held high. Like, you know what I mean? Because you know your work, bro. And, I don't water myself down. Like they say, like people is talking about stars and be like, bro, oh, I want to be like this person. But suppose that person never did this. Or suppose that person was never captured on the public eye. Would it really be worth it? Now, I have enough more respect for Hardy now. Folks, he didn't do that for club. That wasn't recorded by him. That wasn't recorded by his friend. That was recorded by a bystander who see him doing the good. Right. I would say, but I'm laying on a game. That thing, what he do? He was able to bless a feet. Even if that one was calling him, me, I didn't care. But to do that and step out of that, that's big for me. I did the things I like to do, like eyes up closed and then I just bag up and like, give to my auntie for the giveaway. And I ain't talking about the clothes that you ain't wear, you know. Right. I talking about the clothes that I never wear. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, wait, someone else can use them. Why got one type of clothes I know I ain't never wear? No. That's a waste. Yeah, you leave it all right anyway. Right? I can't see nothing when I do. No. I can't. That's what people. That's the fear people got. They don't want to die, or they don't want to live. Yeah, that's like you got to prepare yourself for an exit regardless. But in doing so, leave something for them to remember you by. Exactly. That's it. That's it right there. Listen, Soul Nation, we just had Tarran Knowles. Listen. Chase 19, listen, Mother Bites. Listen, I can't wait to bite into these. Yeah, that's what it says, right? Yeah, bite into it. I can't wait to bite into it. Listen, y'all. I can't wait. I don't know if any of you tasted any of these yet, but I'm gonna taste some of these, and I'm gonna be posting that a little bit later. Listen, that's my boy, Tarran Knowles, TK, the brand. An aircraft can only take flight within its maximum takeoff weight. And if you haven't heard these words before, know that it's your time to soar.